All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, whichever time frame you are, time zone. All right, all right. As you know me, my name is 6FX, and although I might be a newbie to this forest game, I've been trying to improve myself lately. So I've been posting, I think, shorts on most of my trades. Some I trade, some I just make the analysis, and due to the stage I am now, with less capital, so I'm able to trade enough for the setup. And I'm actually trading on a prop account, so I'm managing my risk and many things. So I don't usually chase all my trade setup. I just let some play out. So right now I want to show you guys the trade setup I did yesterday. Yeah, I traded it, but I didn't wait to the big move. I just exited the trade so early. But I just want to share with you. It's called the ORB strategy. That is opening range break strategy. I've learned about that strategy in the forex market. I've learned about that strategy. That was a couple days ago. I just came across it. So it's very, very simple. But just before I say much, let me show you my charts and everything. Let's just get into it. You understand? All right, guys. So this is my charts, and you see I've marked my ORB high, ORB low. How do I get that set up? It's just very simple. You go to the 9 o'clock candle of the New York sessions. You see, we have 3 straight sessions. I believe you all know about that already. So this is the New York session already. You can see I have my this thing New York open there. So the New York open, I demarcate it, and the 9:30 candle, I demarcate it. So I'm on the 1 minute time frame. According to the way I expect to learn this, it's on the 1 minute time frame. So what do I do? Now I'm waiting for a break between the ORB low or the ORB high. Whichever break occurs, I'm going to storm into that trade. And my target is 1:2 from my entry. So I see a clear break here. You see, it breaks below the swing low, because you just started the swing low and the swing high between 9 o'clock to 9:30. Initially, people used to put their stop loss at the last, last high that broke the distance. But me, I used to use the full ORB as my stop loss and a target times 2 ratio of my take profit. So now I'm just going to allow this trade play out, as you guys can see. So I did my setup. Now I want to go execute the trade on my MetaTrader 5, of which I did, but I had to cut that place out of the video because for some reason I'll be trying to post MetaTrader 5. I don't know, it's not allowing me. It says violation of something on the YouTube. So I'm just gonna stick to this trading view and just show you guys the setup. See, that's the proper use web zone. Now I'm going to the 5 minutes time frame to look at what I'm doing here. And what do I see on the 5 minute time frame? Okay, it's actually like going down. All right, I'm just gonna hold it. I have a trend line, it's a resistance trend line that supported that broke up higher. So I'm looking at that trend line like possible reversal mode, but I'm just going to hold the trade. And that trend line was where I took my profit out actually on my MetaTrader 5. Yeah, so I entered the sell position from here. I held it until actually it's the trend line, which it did. Sorry to fast forward it, but so let's just hold this position and see what is going on here. So we are still holding, guys. Now let's see. This is my first time trading the ORB strategy. As I told you, it's called opening range break. So typically you go to the 9 o'clock of the New York session open, you mark that 9 o'clock candle, then you go to the 9:30 candle, you mark it. This is good. I'm trading good. I mostly like to trade good. I trade other currency pairs too, like Euro, USD, sometimes GBP USD, but I prefer to trade good mostly. Everybody running away from gold is very volatile, it's very this, very that. I'm trying to beat myself on gold, you see. Truly, trust me, gold, it's no good. It's too stubborn, but now I'm trading this strategy. I'm currently in loss of about how many pips there? I think my entry was around that 21 range, right? That should be my entry. 20 or 21 then. Yeah, that's my entry here. So I'm currently in like 10 pips loss actually, so it's just a mere retracement. I can hold that. My stop loss is like just 60 pips from my entry. Now it's back to my break even, my main entry, and it's about to continue going down. So like I told you, before I take this strategy, before I actually want to trade on this, I've actually back tested on the previous days 9 o'clock to 9:30 candle, of which it worked. See, and most time it's got 1:2, 1:3. You see, but actually most people do that trade strategy whenever the candle comes back into the range where it breaks from the exit, because it's not wise. But me, that's why I put my stop loss above, because I back tested. Most time it comes back into that range and it goes back. Now, see, the trend line has hit. So that trend line now, that was my TP, my usual TP. I've exited this trade from here already. My profit, I don't want to joke with that, because trust me, believe me guys, I blow many profit from my account that you can count. So currently now, I'm on this. I'm just going to hold this trade to see if it actually is the, what is it called, full TP. So I'm still on the trade and I'm just watching. See, I have a support line at 30.13 as of making this video. Gold is currently at this range, so I'm just going to hold it, which I'm still doing. I'm still doing that, and I'm watching just carefully and whatever you're going to do. So hold with me guys, I'll let you see. So as you can see guys, it's actually heading down, and if we should look from our entry to it now, I think we are actually on 1:1 already, I think. So we're still going to hold. See, that trend line was a resistance trend line, that black line middle. It was a resistance trend line. Our supporters broke above. I will know one thing. See, I trade with many things. I use the market structure, I make use of my trend lines, my inducement, and many others. So now I think we are already on 1:1. Like, see, yeah, we actually hit 1:1, as you can see right there. We hit 1:1. Yeah, so it's good. I mean, whatever you are risking, you got it back as of this point. Now if you're risking $100 on this trade, you're actually in like $100 profit already. So whatever you are risking, you've got it back. So it's a nice idea to set break even. Most people right now can set break even as your entry or potential swing low, just to hold your profit and see in case any potential reversal, so you don't lose it. You don't lose on this trade, because believe me guys, turning a winning trade to a losing trade is the most dangerous thing. Yeah, a winning trade to a losing trade, good. So that you exit your trade in profits, you are okay with it, depending on whatever you're risking and your account capital. You understand me guys? Or you just hold it. Sometimes you can let it, if what you are risking, you are good with what you are risking, you can just let it play out. You understand? So you just let it play out. Don't even say break even. Just let it go, whatever you're doing. But you don't control the market. I've done that a couple times. Trust me. I believe I can't. So, and always respect your stop loss. Trust me, believe me when I say always respect your stop loss. Just believe me, guys. So right now, I think we've got 1:1 already. So we are waiting for the 1:2 move, and let's see if this strategy actually works that way. Actually, this strategy works the way you are seeing it right now. You see, it works. This is 1:1 already. If you are risking $1,000 here, you're already in $1,000 profit, my guy. So it's a good strategy. But let's watch and let's hold together if we're gonna use the full TP 1:2. I remember our stop loss is like 60 pips and our full TP is like 120 pips from our entry. 120 pips from our entry. So right now we're already in 1:1. It means we're already in like 60 pips profit, and that is a big profit move if you ask me, my brother. That's good profit. That's good profit. 60 pip profit on good, my brother, you are good. Then if you are one standard, you're in $600 profit. 0.1, you're in $60 profit. 0.01, you're on $6 profit. Whichever lot size you are using, my brother. So now I can see the market is reversing, and you see that resistance trend line in the middle, that black trend line there. It was a resistance trend line that supporters broke above. And we know one thing about support and resistance, either trend line or something. Whenever they break it, they like to use that either support or resistance. So supporters try to use that as what their support, but you can see the resistance they are trying to go below is break, like just hold their plates back. So we're gonna hold and see what's gonna happen there. Let's see. As of the time of making this video, that was Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday, March 2025. That was Wednesday, March 2025. Yeah, March 26, right? I can see the dates there, so sorry if I don't keep track of the dates. I just know Monday to Friday. That's the trading deal. So let's watch and see, guys. Let's put this trade together and wait to the end. I actually want to hold this trade for the next 1 hour. You see, our entry was at I think 1:30, right? So I'm going to hold this trade for the next 1 hour because everybody have their own duration of holding this trade. Some use the first 15 minutes candle, some use the next 30 minutes, some use the 1 hour candle. So we're gonna hold this trade in. Currently, this is the time frame I'm using. Sorry, the time zone I'm using. That is UK Standard Time. That was entered that trade around 1:30, right? So I'm gonna hold the trade to 2:30, which is 10:30. Yeah, 9:30 to 10:30 New York time. So whichever time zone you are in, just look for the 9:30 and 9 o'clock candle in the New York. Mark the high and the low within the 9 o'clock to the 9:30 candle. Drop to your 1 minute time frame. Wait for a break on either the high or the low. Whichever currency pairs you are trading. Although I've only tried this. This is my first time trying it, as I'm telling you. I'm good, so I can still try it on other currency pairs to see how they work out. You know. But one thing is, gold is very, very stubborn, my guy. Gold is very, very stubborn. So you can try it whichever currency pairs you are trading. Either crypto, if you're trading crypto, I don't know if it works on crypto too. Just try it on Bitcoin. Anything. But it works on gold for me. So if you are a good trader, you could actually stick to this thing, and we actually have 1:1, which means whatever you are risking, you got it back as of this point. So let's watch and see if we're gonna hit the full TP of 120 pips. 120 pips. We're already in 60 pips profit. We're gonna wait. If we're going to hit the full TP, so just let's go together, my friend. So sorry guys, I had to go reply your message. Sorry for that. So now that was a friend of mine in the forest. Also, we're friends and we both traders. So newbies actually. So what I'm saying here now is you can see currently on the 1 minute time frame I'm seeing something like a head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, that was this left shoulder, the head and the right shoulder. Yeah, so there could be possible move back up from here, which means our ORB strategy opening range break might not be holding. So I'm actually looking for another setup. Yeah, but I'm not the type of trader that chase every trade. So I don't just jump into a trade. Even though I want to like go into the trade, I have to like wait for my confirmation because trust me, I've been jumping into trade and I've lost countless of money. I've blown accounts. When I say I've blown accounts, I've blown accounts. So now I'm just going to hold this and let's see what is going on here. I seen something like an error shoulder pattern. So let you see what is going to happen there, guys. So I'm actually arranging the setup where the potential stop loss is supposed to be, which is the right shoulder. But as you can see right now, the market is now moving. So whenever you see a head and shoulder pattern in the charts, what you do is wait for the break line, the neckline. You know the neckline, right? That's the neckline there. That's where I put my entry. So you should always wait for what? The neckline to break either bearish or bullish, whichever the pattern shows you there. So don't just jump into it. Because I say head and shoulder pattern here, I don't just jump into the chart like, oh, this is where I want to like buy now. This is head and shoulder possible reversal trend. No, trust me. I've done that countless of times and trust me guys, I've lost money. So I'm waiting for it to like 1 minute candle just close above the neckline. Yeah, we are seeing the bulls coming into the market right now. So I'm waiting for the 1 minute candle to close above the neckline there. Then I'm going to wait for the retrace into the what? I don't just once it close, I don't just jump into it. Let it retrace, brother. Don't just jump. If it goes and you know retrace, you miss that trade, you miss it. Good. Look for another trade setup. Don't jump into it. Believe me, I'm telling you from experience what I've done. I'm telling you for what I've done. I've did all these things in the past. Jumping into trade. They will call it fear of missing out. FOMO. Yeah, if you have been hearing about FOMO, fear of missing out. So I'm the type of trader that always afraid of missing the trade. Do you understand? So I just jump into the trade without no clear confirmation. But trust me, I learned my lesson after blowing series of profit and life account. I've learned my lesson. So I'm just trying to improve, trying to do my best. As you can see, I have a 15-minute favor lookup spotted above at 30.26, which means we could see a bullish move towards that rate, right? But we can't buy from here, brother. Don't say because it's in 17, why should I have to buy from 20? No, brother, please hold your position and just wait for your entry. Let it play. So right now, let's just look at what is going to happen. So guys, this is why we don't just jump into a trade, you see. Now, this chart pattern has failed. This chart pattern has failed. Head and shoulder failed because it's not supposed to break the shoulder. You see, it's not supposed to break that shoulder line. So the head and shoulder here right now has failed. has failed. Yeah, so please guys, don't always jump into a trade. Always wait for your clear confirmation entry, irrespective of whatever chart pattern, whatever support and resistance, and whatever you see in the market. So this head and shoulder pattern has failed. That's not the right setup. So let's just see hold the ORB together and let's see what is going to happen on this ORB. What are we seeing there? We see a support at 30.13, right? Yeah, that's the support. So let's see if those supports, the buyers on that support is going to like hold this market, or we are going to see full TP on this ORB. And believe me, I told you I'm only holding this for 1 hour, right? So we have less than 8 minutes on this trade setup right now. We have less than 8 minutes because this is, we entered this trade that was, I think, 1:30 UK standard time, and this is currently 2:22. So you have 8 minutes. You can see there's support there. And right now, here, the way the bearish is coming down, I think they are going to breach that support. So I'm looking for next potential support. I'm looking at the swing high, swing low, the support broke structure. That swing low refused to break structure. It's like inducement. The support might hold or breach. So my next support I'm looking at here is the next swing low, which is 30.10, right? So I'm just going to hold this trade setup and let's see. But I have less than 8 minutes to hold this setup. I have less than 8 minutes to hold this setup. Just 1 hour. That's why I want to hold this setup for. You can hold this for as long as you want. Whenever you see something like this, it's simple. You can hold it for as long as you want, as long as you wish. But just for me, I like to hold it for the next 1 hour. Because after 1 hour candle, you see the next one could be bullish. Because gold, we're actually in an uptrend. If you should go to the daily time frame, right from whatever place you're looking from, gold is in an uptrend. And but when you go to your 1 hour 15 minutes time frame, gold, we have a fall. That was last week Friday, right? And I posted something on the bearish move. I actually analyzed that chart, but I did not trade it. I told you I'm the type of trader, I don't chase every trade now. Good. So but I analyze my trade just to be sure of my strategy or my setup. I analyze everything. I look at the fair value gaps, the other blocks, and everything. So currently here now we are seeing what? So I've analyzed that as support 1, it might breach. Support 2 at 10, might be the one that we hold it. So, but I have less than 6 minutes to still hold this trade setup. Just the next 6 minutes. Let's see what is going to happen in the next 6 minutes. 1:1, we are still on 1:1. 1:1. It refused to break the 1:1. So whatever you're risking here, you actually got it back, you see. So 1:1 here, we have 60 pips. If you are the type of trader with big capital and you use like 10 standard lot size, you're actually on 6k profit. If you're the type of trader, you actually use 1 standard lot size, $600 profit, 0.1 lot size, $60 profit, and 0.01, $6 profit. As at this 1:1, because it's 60 pips from the entry. So we're just going to hold and let's see. All right, that's swing low 13, right? Yeah, that is the support we are seeing there. Actually, sellers tried to breach it before, but they could not. Just like liquidity sweep, if you go to the bigger trend frames like 15 minutes, it's just a week there. Just like liquidity sweep. So currently now on the 1 minute time frame, we are seeing something like double bottom chart pattern. On this 1:1, we are seeing something like double bottom chart pattern. And you know when we see double bottom or double top, it means potential reverse, right? Remember the head and shoulder failed. Now we are having something like double bottom. So it might hold or fail but you don't just jump. So when you see a double bottom chart pattern, my friend, always wait for the neckline as usual. Don't just jump into it like this is a double top. Always wait for the break of the neckline, because that neckline might reverse the market price. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be waiting for confirmation. Trust me, not all strategy believe 100% win, but I'm trying to stick on mine. As you can see on my chart, I have no indicators, so I've used series of indicators, and believe me, I've lost many money using a series of indicators. So I like a clear screen. Let me see what I'm doing clearly. Mark out my break of structures, my whatever market shift, whatever SMC trade line. That's my key strategy. SMC and trade line. I see a break of a trend line, support and resistance, dive into that trade. I see my break of structure, I wait for a 50% pullback, I'll dive into that trade. That's me. So if you would learn anything about SMC, or you want to know about how to use trend line, you can just go on your research. There are many videos of many traders actually teaching on YouTube. Yeah, so do your research and learn, my brother, learn. So right now we have 3 minutes more to hold this trade, and let's see 3 minutes more. So what we are seeing here, and the double bottom chart pattern we are seeing, it means like the buyers are actually in this game here now. Yeah, the bulls are actually stepping back into the game. Enough of the bearish move, because we have the double bottom chart pattern already, and for some reason the market is respecting that price, which is 30.15 and 30.16, that range here. 30.15, 30.16. It's been having a high time. The bearish has been having a high time breaking down. So here we can call this a consolidation market. Market is consolidating with this range. It's actually consolidating within this range. So we could see the bull stepping in, or probably something like a candle to sweep liquidity. Just dump one candle and the candle will just like what? Boom, back up. Something like a fake sell. Or like, I don't know, maybe just test the support too. Even the support one, because we have not actually hit the support one right now. So in 1 minute's time, we are just going to like exit the trade. That is me. I'd like to hold it for the next 1 hour. So guys, this was my yesterday trade. I actually had many trades set up. This was one of it. I trade both. Like I told you, I'm a new trader, so I trade many sections. I trade the New York session, I trade the London session, I even trade the Tokyo sessions. So I don't sleep. Yeah, I try to take at least one trade per each session. Yeah, why sometimes 2 trade setups. But I like to trade the Tokyo session much. On gold, actually see movement on the Tokyo session and the New York. But I always try to avoid the New York because of news activities. Yeah, news, as you know, I'm not a fundamental trader. I don't know how to read the news. So I always avoid the news. If I'm on a trade and I see news in so time, the trade is giving me profit or loss. Before that news, it's either I actually respect my stop loss, or I just exit the trade in whatever loss I'm seeing, because news, especially volatile news. If you are looking for a place to check news events, you can use the FX Street, go to their economic calendar, or you can use the, Forest Factory. These are the 2 sites I use for my economic data. But I'm unable to study those news events. Yeah, so I at least avoid them. That is why I don't take trades during the New York session. But this is my first time trading the ORB, as I told you, and it always happens in the New York session. So I think I'm going to stick with this ORB and be trading it for 1 hour each. So as you can see, guys, we have the 1:1. It's So my advice is whenever you're on this trade, 1:1. Yeah.